Hello, everybody. It's Becky. We're going to do pages 3 and 4 today. And I have cut some notebook paper to make a tiny little notebook. And I'm going to do the whole staple it in, make a cover out of this corn paper. And these are cut at 6 by 3.5. So my little book will be 3 by 3.5. Hi, Joyce. How are you? I had to take my sweater off. It's getting a little warm in here, which is good because it was really cold here this morning, down in the 40s. So I had to put my brand new robe on this morning. It was all toasty warm and wonderful. Hi, Pam. So we need the page we're going to work on today, which is this piece of cardboard. And I'll set this aside. Oh, I wanted to say, we made these little watercolor trees the other morning. And when I put them in my envelopes, they go in so tight, it's hard to get them back out. But I'm going to stick them in there anyway, because that's what I made them for. So if you want to see how to do those, it was just the other morning we did those. And then there should be another envelope in here. I just wanted something to go in the pockets, so they may never come out again, but they're in there. I know they're in there. So we're going to work on this next page. We're going to put a corner pocket on this one. The page 3, we'll put a corner pocket here out of some brown cardstock, just for a little place to slip our little notebook that we're making. And then we'll decorate the background, do the pocket, make our little book go in there, and then we'll have to put something on the page, maybe another quote or something. Tippy, you got to go get in your basket or go somewhere else. So I'm using this really ancient paper. I got this when I worked at Joann's, and it looks like this was week 1 of 2002. If I remember the whole coding of the clearance tags. Or maybe it was 2003. That's when I worked at Joann's. It was way back then. So I'm trying to use the old papers up. I've pulled out the stuff I separated, that wasn't really Halloween, but autumn. Maybe we could add some stickers or something to our page. But I'm going to finish up my little notebook first. So my notebook paper I cut at 3.5 by 6 and then folded it in half. So I need to cut this about 1/4 of an inch longer each way. So 6 1/4 by 3 3/4, a piece of corn. I think I'm going to do it so I get all these pretty colors right here. So the height is the longer. So let's see, we'll cut this at 3 3/4. I just wanted a place that I could write notes or things that we've done or whatever. And then this way is going to be 6 1/4. All right, so this will make my little book. I can put this paper back in that pad of paper for another time. And then I'll just fold this. If you wanted to, you could round your corners. That could look really cute. I think that'll be a cute little book. And then I'm going to put this in here and kind of try to center the pages. And I've got my stapler. Now, I want the flat part of the staples on the outside, I think. Or should it? Yeah. I'm hoping this will reach. Oh, and see, I did it backwards. Well, let me take that out. Hi, Anne. I love your Halloweeny journal. I need some way to get that out of there now. I do have a cup of green tea here. Yesterday I drank so much coffee, not coffee, well, yeah, coffee and tea that I stayed up most of last night. So that's why I fell asleep in the recliner with Howard and Tippy on me. They approve of my new robe too. They really were piled up hard on me. I woke up and I was so hot. I told them, I said, I love you guys, but this is pretty bad. Oh, and one of the kittens that got dumped out from next door, guess what she showed up with? 4 kittens of her own. I don't want to be thought of as a Karen, but I feel like I need to say something about them turning all of these unfixed cats loose. I just feel, I just don't know what to do about it. And I really don't want to draw a lot of attention to us either because of Greg's old car out there. Because I don't know what to do. I'd like the cat situation taken care of, but anybody want a kitten? I'll start giving their kittens away for them. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Now this should give me the flat side out, right? If I did it right. Well, I'm not hitting it where I need to hit it, but it'll be all right. I'm going to put 3 staples in it. Probably only needs 2. Oh, that one's not straight. I am not going to worry about it. I think it's a cute little book. And I can, see, I didn't get right in the groove. I don't know. The first one I did okay, and then it progressively got worse. I'm not going to be able to stand it. Yes, I'm taking them out. Because I just can't stand it to leave it like that. You so need a nap? Well, I took one this morning. Took a really long one yesterday morning. I said I was going to take these out and redo them. They don't want to come out. All right, I'm just going to put 2 staples and try to get it. Try to get it in that groove. Maybe if I lay the stapler down and get this where I can see it better. Let's see, is that better? Well, now I went to the other side of it. I'm going to do 3. This time we're going to say that's good enough. I just can't seem to get it right on the fold. It's fine. It's fine. And I have quotes, so I could add a quote to the front of my little book. Let's see. Does that side look good? Or this? Ooh, I like that side. Of course, if I put a quote on it, I might do it on this one. So all the pretty corn is showing. So let's see, what do we have here? There is Harmony in Autumn and a Luster in Its Sky by Percy. I can't say the middle name. And I think I'd like to ink it. I know it is. And I can see more cats in the house. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop by the police department and ask to speak to the animal control officer and ask him what we can do, because this is just... The kittens all have goopy eyes that I saw. I counted 4, 2 gray, 2 black. What did I do with the tape? There it is. I don't know what to do. Okay, Angie, get you a nap. That's all right. I saw one of Angie's baskets on Dee Dee's channel this morning. It's very pretty. Whoops. Hopefully that won't stick down to the table too hard. I am adding extra tape because I don't trust stickers. I just don't. And if it comes off now, then I'll add glue. I don't know if I told you guys about what we found out about why we can't get banana splits at our favorite ice cream place anymore. So I'll share that story. Scott talked with the man. And if I've said this before, I'm sorry. Scott talked with the man, the co-owner, the son of the original owner, and he said the reason they took them off the menu is it's usually our age group and older that like banana splits, so they were only selling like 15 banana splits a week, and something about they couldn't get a produce agent to deliver them just a small quantity of bananas. And there was an accident with the person going to get bananas at the grocery store one time. So they just said, forget it, and took the banana splits off. But we can go across town to another ice cream place and get banana splits occasionally, which we shouldn't be eating them anyway. But anyhow, there's that. And there's our little book. And you can use it any way you want. Maybe take notes, if you get something from somebody in the mail, you might want to just stick it on a page and stick it in there. You could go through it and add stickers, like we could take. Oh, look what we've got here. Let's do this. I've got some squirrels. I might put a squirrel on the front here. And these I will put a little bit of glue on the back of them. If I can get the glue to start. And we'll put a little squirrel on the front. Aw, he's cute. I got too much glue, but it dries clear. It'll be all right. All right. So let's do the front side of our page. So there's my little squirrel. I forgot to turn the autofocus off. Let's see here. I'm thinking one more page after this would be nice to do. Yeah, we're going to have to do something because they're going to start starving to death. I didn't mind when they first moved in and they let like their two cats in and out. That was fine. But then when they started this whole letting them breed rampantly, that was a bit much. Do y'all remember? Is this 5x7? Is that what I did? I think it is. Yeah. So I'm going to cut this into some 5x7 sheets. Where's the, oh, they're back. So, and this kind of looks like the previous page, but just in a different color family. See, we used that gold last time. So I figured if I use this, it might be good. And you guys know how much we love cats, but we can't save them all. We just, it's crazy. That's why all of our cats are spayed and neutered. Yes, we adopted a whole litter, but they're all spayed, all neutered, all shotted up. We take care of our animals. And it's just disrespectful to your neighbors to let all these cats loose. All right. And I think I glued last time, but I think this time I'm going to use double-sided tape because the other page wrinkled pretty good. So I'm going to do this side, and then I'll do my corner pocket, and then I'll do the other side with the paper because I want to wrap my pocket I'm just going to go right over the holes and I will repunch them. I'm going to put a piece in the middle too, just to, you know, make sure it sticks down. I probably should have left that one partly covered. Whoops. Scott was so funny. I told him, I said, well, we still got some beef vegetable soup left. And he said, oh, can we give some to Mother so we don't have to eat anymore? He's kind of tired of it. We've had it for like 3 days now. I guess I could freeze it though. And then we could have it on a day that I didn't want to cook. So let's put this on. Like so. Then I'm going to repunch my holes on this side. Of course, it's sticking to the little thing on there. Nope, there it goes. Because the adhesive is over the hole, I'm getting a little bit of stuff poking. There we go. So now to do my corner, I can do it with this piece that's right here. On 2 sides, I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch. Hi, Janet. Hi, Leah. I'm going to this piece is about 3 1/8. No, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 5/8. 3 5/8. So I'm just going to score it at a 1/2 inch. And then turn it and score it at a 1/2 inch again. Go ahead and fold those 2. And then I want to line this where the score line is here. I want to try to follow it down, which is not always easy. Let's see. I actually got it that time. All right. And I'm going to score right like this. Okay. Then I fold this in, and this just makes a real stable pocket. And if it's a little off, you can trim some of that away just so that this triangle is the same size as that triangle. And it's going to be on the inside of the pocket, so it won't matter. So I'm going to trim a little bit on this side. It fits in there now. And then on the corner, I'm going to cut kind of at an angle. And then cut these at an angle. And now we'll put some tape in here. And I've made these pockets like this before. It was a roast that Greg had cooked the roast. Greg, what was that cut of meat that you used? That's a chuck roast that Greg had slow cooked in the slow cooker with the butter and the jalapeno, not jalapenos, pepperoncinis. that I told you about in Craft and Chat. Turned out really flavorful and tender.
I also had the au jus gravy mix and that powder ranch dressing mix.
Oh, okay.
It's called a Mississippi pot roast.
Oh, somebody said Mississippi pot roast.
Yeah.
In chat.
That's what that is.
Okay,
really
so that's exactly what Greg made, was Mississippi pot roast. It was quite tasty. All right, so now we've got our little pocket made. And like I said, we've done these before together. You may not have remembered it, but we have. So now I put tape here where these flaps fold up like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our page and we'll just line these up, turn it over, and hold it down and take some adhesive off and fold it over. Take this adhesive off here. That doesn't look like it's tight on there. It's not. Let me see if I can move it. It shifted on me somehow. Okay, awesome. So do that again this way. You want your fold lines to be at the edge of your page. See if I can turn this now without it moving. That's a little better. All right. And then we'll do this side. All right. So now on this side, we have a little pocket for our notebook. And what we're going to do on the back side is we're just going to put our paper down that we've already cut to fit our page. And it will cover up where that pocket was, so you can do something entirely different back here. So let's put the tape on here again. I wanted to do a Halloween book too, but I'm not going to have time. I've got other requests coming in for me to do different things. And I want to do more sewing videos for the people that came here for the sewing. And I want to start working on those projects. Remember, I shared the, oh, by the way, the cats love these. They'll find that later, and I'll hear it getting shot all over and find it under a dresser later. The things I pulled from my file in the other room, I want to make those as homemade gift ideas. So do you want to do them as sew-alongs, or would you rather me just do videos that you can pause and do a section? Because if I do it that way, I can make them shorter. If I do them live, it'll take a long time. So that's why I was thinking I would do them as stop and go videos with kind of just showing the methods in each window. Because not everybody, can be around for a live session. And I thought if I did them as videos and shared links to the projects, that might work out better. But I want to do what you guys would enjoy more. And since y'all are my regulars that show up to lives on a regular basis, your input is important to me. So there you have it. All right, I think I got all my holes clear again. We got a little place for our little book to live. Needs some kind of decoration, I think, on the page of some sort. So let's finish working on this side. I'm going to sit down. Did I lose you guys? Chat's not moving. I know Ann has to go and play cards, or are you off today, Ann? I've got tons of squirrels and acorns. then I've also got stickers like this that are really pretty. Maybe I'll do a row. Can I do a row of 3 of those? Let's pull some out. Hey, Mitz, how are you? Not until 4 today. Oh, awesome. So I've already used this sticker on one of the envelopes. I think it's the only one I use. Let me look at the book so far. Yeah, I think that was the only sticker I've used right there. It's a little tree sticker. So I don't want to use it again. I want to use something different. I love this. This is like the country road that I grew up on. And you would walk through the leaves like that. I'm going to use that picture and add a little extra glue to the back. Whatever works for me. I just thought it might be easier for everybody to follow if I did stop and go. And then I can focus on making sure I get the right information if I'm not trying to follow chat too. Sometimes I feel like I fall short when I try to follow the chat. I love this picture. And then I've got some leaves here. We could put some leaves on the paper. They're dark leaves. I'm just throwing this wrapping away. Or are these rub-ons? Oh, it says sticker value pack. Not sure how they peel off. Oh, cool. They're the vellum type. Oh, it goes with the pocket almost. And we got a leaf like this. Maybe one more leaf right here. Use what you have, use it up, right? That's what we need to do. Maybe another one. Okay. What do you think? Does that look okay with the leaves? I'm going to put this other picture of leaves on top of some of those. You know what? I didn't ink that picture, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put this one here. And then we'll slide our little book in like that. So there's that. Then we got to do some decorating on this side. And I was thinking, I've got these big sunflower things. And maybe we could put one on the page, something like that. And then y'all could give me fall words. And I just put fall words coming out from the different rays. I wish I had a Xyron refill for these. So I need to cut that right about there. Wonder if I can get that in the cutter without it messing up. Hey, Tippy. Yes, I've got things pulled out that smell different, so I'm being critiqued. So I want to cut back like this. And I'm going to put this on here. I have a gold pen somewhere. Got more stickers. We can put some of them back. All right, how should I glue this down? I'll try this stuff and we'll see if it works. You heading out?
Yeah, working on it.
All right, have a good night. I've got the folder with the projects that I had already pulled right here somewhere. So what I might do is I might pull out some material to do some of those. All right, let's see if this will stick down. Hey, Beth. I'll have to pull my little notebook off from the other side. Oh, that's pretty. I actually have some sunflowers that have come up from birdseed out there that I'm hoping they'll get to do something. You know what? I could print the words, some autumn words with the old-timey label maker and then stick them down. I'll have to use some glue because that stuff, the sticker on the back of that stuff doesn't hold very good. So I've got a little notebook here. I can make some notes in it. If Scott and I ever make a trip up to the upstate together, I can write down, maybe put the receipt in if we go somewhere to eat and stuff. Let's see, what else? I'm going to pull my book out so this will lay flatter. And then I'll get the old-timey thing out of the drawer here. It's got some tape in it. I can remember how to open it. All right, so I'm going to get a piece of paper and y'all give me some autumn words. All right, darling, have a good night. You got everything you need? And your lunch? Oh, okay.
Yes, I believe I do.
All right. Stay warm.
I'll try to.
Do you want to grab that other coat off the dryer and just have it in your car in case?
All right.
Might be a good plan. Falling in love. Scarecrow. Indian summer. I'm going to put jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lanterns. Hay rides. I miss the hay rides of my childhood. They were real hay rides, but not with a horse. They pulled the tractor. And my cousin Jim would pull us around all the back roads, and it was pitch black, and we'd tell scary stories with a flashlight. And at the end of it, we'd say, "Home, James," because because his name was Jim. Home, James. Halloween. You know, I have to individually do these. Corn stalks. I got that one. All right, that might fill our page up. If you didn't want to do words, you could do a quote. Actually, let's do a half. I had one of these in like middle school, and I love to label stuff. Does that surprise you guys? My clipboard said clipboard. Oh, crap. I messed it up. You know what? I'll just cut it apart with a pair of scissors instead of the cutter. That's what happens when you try to talk and work at the same time. So, oh, that's fine. That's fine, Kathy. Kathy's been working right along on her journal. We might can put it on the petals. The only drawback to cutting these is you can't just peel and stick them. Hopefully I won't mess up anymore. Because now I got to try to get this loose. Let's see here. Hay rides, campfires, jumping in leaves. We don't have any of that here. The leaves turn brown and then they're down and then they're gone. All the trees in our yard have already lost all their leaves with no color really. It's just brown. Let's see if I can try to figure out where I could fit it in from the edge of the flower. I'm hoping I can get that all in there. We'll see. Hopefully I can print the rest of them without making a mistake, so I won't have to dig at it with the pokey tool. Okay, I have a question. I have a video that's like one of my top videos, but it's almost 10 years old. And I got a weird comment today, and I don't know what to do about it. At first I deleted the message because I was like, I don't charge for anything, because they asked, how much are you going to make me pay? And I'm like, pay for what? And I'm wondering, should I just go ahead and turn commenting off on that video? Because it's not really relevant anymore. So if it's not relevant, and I'm not sure what they're asking when they ask, do I even need to leave it up? But it does seem to get a lot of traffic. I don't know what to do with it. And she came back at me and acted like I was being hateful. And it was like, I just don't know what you want. You know? You turn the comments off. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Just turn comments off because it's so old. And I don't even know if it was when they moved the inbox for private messaging on YouTube, but they don't even do that anymore. Do they? You can't send a message to somebody anymore. You have to leave a comment. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, Ann. It's just turn it off, the comments off of it, or just, I don't know, just turn it off, period. Make it private. I don't know. All right, so we did Falling in Love. And hopefully I can do Scarecrow. Some people do play games, you're right. You're going to love that book you won, Leah. I love it. I am so enjoying that. I haven't gone through and gessoed my pages yet, but that is something I'd like to get done. And I'm just going to do a few of the things that are in that book. And then maybe I can look and see if she has like a YouTube channel or the author I'm talking about. And see if maybe there's a way you could follow some of her things too. And then you could expand on it. I don't even know if I'm spelling these right. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Scarer. CROW. And then cut that one off. So there's Scarecrow. Half a mark. If you do it half a click, then it just extends the tape. DIAN. Indian, half a click. SUMMR, half a click. Where's the cutter? Indian Summer, then jack-o'-lanterns. Does this have a little? It does. So J. Uh-oh. Let's cut that off. Well, half a click. Oh, are you stuck now? Am I out of tape already? No. It's just not wanting to do. There we go. There's Jack, and then we want the dash O dash L A N T T T T T T E R N S. Hi, Dar. How are you? Come on, cut. It's like the cutter doesn't want to work. Some of these I might have to trim just because they're long. Oh, half a click. H. A. Y. R. I. D. E. S. He rides corn stalks. C. cardstock's all one word or two words. Hi, Heather. Two words. There's no spell check on this. The cutter's getting dull. All right. Pass. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these on, and if I need more, I'll try to scroll back up and see which ones I missed. And then I've got Halloween. H-A. Come on. Come on, cut. Oh, it's not on the cutter, Becky. Duh. I made a bunch of dots. Oh, gosh. You'll love the book, but anyway. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hi, Barbara Clark. Angie's back. That was a short nap. Let's see. I want to put Halloween down here because it's kind of the end of the month thing. I really need to start getting it to peel some before I cut that off so that I can still get the little bit off from there. Ooh, I like harvest and candy apples. Let's see how much room I have after I glue these down. The glue on this stuff is really bad. I have a friend that used to be a Columbia police officer. And she retired from policing, and she's now a truck driver. And this girl, she's my sister's age. She was my sister's best friend at one time in grade school. And man, she has done so much with her life. She was a radiologist, then a police officer, then she's just done so much. Now she's doing a truck driving. But the reason I'm talking about her is because she has a blue tick hound that she keeps with her while she's traveling in the truck. As really an early alert device and a, kind of deterrent for any trouble that could happen on the road. And apparently the dog does not like forklift trucks. So she was sitting in her cab waiting for her load to be unloaded. And every time the fork truck would go by, that blue tick hound would go, "Awoo!" And it was funny. She posted a video. I thought it was hilarious. Mary Lou, hello. I think this will fit up here. Might have to go a little bit on top of my sunflower, but that's okay. Now, I posted the link to the slip knot binding, and I'll come back and I'll put it in the description box here. It's not a method that I came up with. It's just one I learned from the little handout that I'll produce the link for you. And I learned it from Tanya McGuire and Lisa when they were doing it. But if you look up slip knot binding, there's lots of videos. So that's how I'm planning to bind this. I will bind it with you guys, but I do want to do one more page. Jerry Bellini actually has a video on doing slip knot binding. There's Shannon. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to be when I grow up. I told Scott, I said, I'm fighting the urge to go and like get my hair dyed aquamarine. I don't know why. I just think it would be different. Coming into my second childhood. My sister Robin and her husband, they got themselves some light up wings. And they put a video on Facebook of them flopping their wings around. They're really cool, huge wings. They were out in the driveway playing with them. And of course, Dave's comes on all different colors, and Robin's is just purple because Robin's a purple girl. She's always been a purple girl her entire life. Purple's been her favorite color. Need to give her a ring, see what's going on. I haven't heard from my sisters since school started. They lead pretty busy lives. But we were trying to get together, about once a month and go out to eat together. But we haven't done that since last spring. Oh, I like how this is looking. Maybe the leaves will fit down here if I trim it a little bit. I think I have been trying to catch a cold. If it's going to develop into anything, I wish it would hold off until I actually go see the doctor. Well, nurse practitioner next month. It's like the second I go for that. And I need to have a conversation with her because the website is ridiculous for this office. I don't know how you get an appointment when you're sick. I don't, because I called and I was put into triage and nobody ever called us back. And that was for Scott. So calling, you don't get any response. And on the website, you can request a visit if you have the virus or if you suspect you have the virus. But there's no way to do a sick visit request. Like I wanted to go in for my toe, but I haven't been able to. So I've just been soaking it in Epsom salts and try to muddle along. But I'm going to be quite frank with her and say, I'm thinking about getting a different doctor simply because nothing to do with her. I really like her and appreciate her care, but the office of this place is awful. I really and truly don't know how you get an appointment if you can't find something to click in their menu. It has really gotten nuts. So I don't know what to do. I mean, we've got a doctor's office down here, and I really like being under a female's care because, quite frankly, I don't think male doctors listen to women at all. I think within the first 30 seconds, they've clicked off. So I'd rather find a female doctor or another nurse practitioner in a better office. Now, we've got a doctor's office not far from us, but it's just 2 male doctors, which I think is great for men, but they just don't listen or they think you're overreacting or something. I'm over that, okay? And what I appreciate about her is she appreciates the fact that I look out for my own care a lot of the times. And I look up stuff and I research stuff and I do all the things, get all the shots, do all the tests. I have not gone for a mammogram because I don't want to go to that same facility because that woman was a demon. I've never had somebody crank it like 4 times down on me like that. I had tears in my eyes. That was awful. And I'd rather not go to that facility again. What I'd really like to do is go to the one at the hospital in Easley, because their staff was so caring and kind up there. But that's a 2-hour drive for a mammogram, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm going to talk with her, because this is just, when we're ill, that's when we need care. We can't afford the hospital. The hospital insists we pay almost $2,000 up front before they'll even give me any care when I was suffering from dehydration, which I thought was crazy too. So I try to drink your water, ladies. You don't want to get dehydrated. It's scary when your heart does all those freaky things. I don't mean to ramble and go on, but I just think our healthcare system is really extra in the toilet these days. Really extra in the toilet. Scott and I were talking about how they say the middle class is disappearing. And, quite frankly, I feel like we're just on that cusp of just dropping into the poorest section again. We worked hard to get into the middle class, and now it just seems like the harder that we work, the more tired we get. I don't know. I really do think there's very much a two levels anymore. Those that have and those that have not. And I don't know. I could go on and on. All right. I do have room for a few more. All right. So let me see. What did you guys say that I missed? Hi, Eternity. How are you? Eternity, I would give you a kitty if you were close by. I would give you one of my neighbor's abandoned babies. Yeah, they're bleeding us. I just don't. And if she tries to do another EKG on me, I'm going to tell her no. Because unless I'm feeling poorly heart wise, I can't afford it. I mean, that's $600 that has to come out of our pocket, because this crappy insurance we have doesn't cover random EKGs. So I'm going to have to tell her I can't do an EKG. She's going to have to just listen and hope she hears with stethoscope. Yeah. My mother-in-law that's 96, she has really good insurance. It's Medicare, but she's on one of the plans where she gets a really, yeah. And they won't hire Scott straight on. There's a hiring freeze, but they say nobody will work. And it's not that nobody will work. Nobody wants to hire you on straight on. They would rather work you through a temporary service. Then they can kick you to the curb with no notice, which in the state of South Carolina, it's a employer's right state. Basically, they can boot you with no notice here. The emergency care clinic that I went to was awful. They didn't even treat me. I went, and then I ended up going, because I didn't know at the time I could just walk in where my nurse practitioner used to be and get care. But I don't know if she still does that or not, but I had a huge amount of water behind my inner ear, and they charged me like $400 at that emergency care place, and it was awful. Yeah, right to work. That's exactly. I couldn't get the words to come into my head. All right, I've got some more words here. Let's see. We've got harvest, candy corn. I've got room for a few more here. Let me let's see. Trying to see if I missed any others. I got the corn stalks, and I think that's all that I got. Did I miss somebody? Is Cat here? Oh, that's Dar, Cheshire Cat. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I want to put my overalls and go walk in the woods like Heather did. I've got my overalls back there that I made from the $4 fabric that I got at Travelers Rest Goodwill. I'm dying to put those on. I really need to make myself a fall looking shirt, put that on. And Shannon has changed her name from just Art Junkie to Crochet and Mixed Media Arts. Nah, we don't have to grow up, Mary Lou. We can be kids. I can hear my mother-in-law, though. She would say, "What made you think that was a good idea?" She doesn't hold back. She just says whatever. Yeah, no matter where you are, healthcare is kind of sucky. All right, so I'm going to do these two, and then I guess we'll say that's it. I agree with you, Barbara. So I'll put harvest and candy corn right here, and we'll call this page done. Oh, I got to get the gold on the edge. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I never got a call back. So Scott said, the heck with it. He would see when he finally asked me to get him an appointment, that means he's really sick. And so it really upset me that I never even got a call back. And when I go there, the office staff is usually just sitting around chit-chatting to one another. They don't seem to be doing much of anything for anybody except themselves. And I know that could sound harsh, but it's just an observation. Scott is a man. What can I say? They don't want to go to the doctor. They wait until they're really, really sick. And if he was sitting here next to me, he'd say, "I don't even know what you're talking about." And he does. But then he'll turn around and tell you I'm the same way. We know each other so well after nearly 40 years together. Can't believe it's been that long. But, all right, let's see. Can I get candy corn to fit on here? And I'm going to trim some of this away. Oh, you got to go, Heather? Okay, bye. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, most everybody's pushing you off on an overworked nurse practitioner. And I don't think the young people are going into, medical care much anymore either. Unless it's nursing. And then the nurses are ending up overworked because they're trying to do so much more than a nurse used to do, which they used to do a lot. They're even doing more than the lot they used to do. I'm sorry, you guys. I really do think something's trying to move in. I just can't help the coughing. So we'll put harvest on here. And you know what I could do? I have some little gems. I might put a little gem, like these are like points. Put a little orange gem at that at the start of each one. What do you think? So that was our words. Do y'all want me to type these words up and put them in the description box? I can do that. Yes. Oh, hi, Sherry. I didn't even see you. Oh, you're organizing your beads. Just don't tip them over. I want to go through my jewelry making stuff. That's something else I've not played with on my channel much, is doing some jewelry making. And I just want to make the jewelry up and use my stuff up, and anything like seed beads or any of the stuff that I can use in slow stitching. I want to move it to my slow stitching cart, and just kind of do away with the jewelry making stuff. I'll keep the tools, but I'd like to get all of the beads and stuff made up into necklaces and things like that. Whether I keep them for myself, which I rarely wear a necklace anymore. I just would like to use them up and say I did it. Let me get my beads. It's so weird when Greg leaves because the house gets really quiet. Let's see here. I need the box. It's the second from the bottom. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Oops. Oh, wow. I found something I've been looking for. Hang on. Isn't it exciting when you're going through your stuff and you find stuff you've been looking for? I found my box of used postage stamps and the bag of autumn leaves that I've been looking all over for. And I need these for the other little journal that I'm starting, that I'm using that book. Because one of the things she says to put in your kit is used postage stamps. So I can add some of these to my cover. I have been looking all over for those. But this here, I was thinking, I was hoping I had orange. I have these. They're kind of orange. And just put like a little point next to it. Just to use some of these up. It's not doing me any good to have this stuff if I'm not going to use it. I think these are different sizes. That one's much bigger. See if I can get one for each space out here. I don't know what this will do for the page when I go to, put it in. So what are some things in your stash of goodness do you have that you haven't used in a long time? I have some of those silks, that come in the little tubs. And I bought them when I went to a stamping store. Hi, Sarah. Sar. Our Sar is here. That you haven't used in a long time. I'd like to use those silks, and I'm trying to remember how exactly to use them. That's bad when you have a product in your stash. I've got to get a drink. You guys, I don't know what's going on. Well, I do. We have goldenrod and all kinds of weeds are in bloom. So it's probably allergies. I am taking the a 24-hour allergy medicine, but the nurse practitioner will probably want me to go back on the different meds and take one type in the morning and one at night. I've been out of those for over a year. That's another thing. Records maintenance is not their forte either. So I take my meds with me every single time because they get messed up. When they moved from one program to another, they lost all my medications. They didn't know what I was supposed to be on or what. So it was good that I had taken all my meds that day in a bag. Not that I took them orally, that I took them with me. All right. So what do you think? Or maybe put these back here? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them being something coming off the edge. So I'm going to glue these down. Now, what do you glue these down with? Looking for input. Do you use something like E6000 or just regular glue? I don't have the glitter glue, that stuff that's supposed to glue everything down. I have E6000. It's just it stinks. Sar is our Shannon Art Junkie's daughter, and she's a nurse. She works hard for her money. Let's see here. I'm going to use this piece of paper and just put a glob of this stinky stuff down. Maybe I can just scoop some up and set it down. And let's see. I'm sure my blood sugar is so screwed up right now. I don't know. I'll probably get a talking to. Last night I couldn't sleep thinking about those poor kittens out in the cold, but there's no way I can take on any more cats. That's for darn sure. Sorry, I keep going back to that, but it's very upsetting to me because I love kitties. Just scooping up a little of this, rolling it onto that, and then dropping it down. I think these are cuticle jibber jabbers. I got them at a thrift store. I've been missing you, Shannon. I've been missing a lot of people. I've been crocheting and just watching New Amsterdam. It's one of those, I don't want to miss any of them. And you just never know when Netflix is going to say, oh, you have the next 30 days to watch the rest of them. So it's got like 5 seasons on Netflix. And I'm really enjoying the show. And then Anne was talking about a show on her live just earlier. And I meant to write it down. Anne, you'll have to tell me tomorrow what that show was. Oh, do you need me to still open the room at 10 o'clock, Anne? Anne does a craft and chat get together, and we hang out usually all day. If you have trouble getting in, please let Anne or I know. Okay, I will. Let us know, and we'll see if we can get you in. I know I've seen some people pop in or have shown up, but we haven't seen you in the room, so I don't know, what's going on there. But we just hang out together. It's not recorded. It's basically we just hang out together. And it's a lot of fun to do. Anybody that has a group can open a room. If you let everybody know you're going to have a room, and you just sit and you can either decide together to do a group project, or you can this is on Facebook, or you can do your own thing and just chit chat or just hang out with us. All right. Well, there's our words, the sunflower words. Ta-da! Yep, good chit chat. We do show and tell. We show some things that we're all working on. I don't know if there's a way to get that off from there. So I'm going to put my gold on here. I did do that right. Let me see. Yeah. That would be a pickle if I glued those on upside down, wouldn't it? All right. So I've got this says Mom's because this was my yes paste and I didn't want anybody else to take it. I'm going to put this way so these can dry, but then I'm going to put not 14 karat, 24 karat gold. This is like my favorite gold. You know what? I should have kept that little piece. That's okay. I've got other little pieces of paper. I just need something to put a little glob of paint out on. I can put more. I just need to hold it up so it can be off the table as it dries. But for right now, I'm just going to use my finger and tap some gold on here. But I will try to catch up with everybody in the next couple days. Might see what Scott wants to do for supper. He's found a new barbecue place, but it's out in a place called Ridge. I think it's Ridge Springs. We went there to check out some antique shops before Christmas last year, but they were closed. Well, this barbecue place is only open on Saturday and Sunday. So we were thinking about going down. We haven't done anything together on a weekend in so long that, anything special. So I don't know. We'll see. So I'll set this on top of my yes paste and we'll sit and let that dry. Now tomorrow I might come on in the morning because Mary's taking a breather. She's got doctor's appointments and things going on. So yeah. I figured I would just come on in the morning early. And you guys that sleep in or are on the West Coast, you'll have to catch a replay. But what I do in the early mornings are really short. I try to keep them under 30 minutes lives. And I want to do a couple things in the journal we made the other day that goes along with that book. One Wanderlust, Creative Wanderlust. And I want to work in that some, which means I need to get the gessoing done before then. And I'm going to use, I have in gesso, I have black, white, and clear. So on some pages, like my brown paper I used, I'm just going to use clear gesso on that to kind of give the pages tooth, as they say. And that way, whatever's underneath will still be seen. And I can use water on them and they won't misbehave quite so badly. I'm trying to make some visible on this side too. So it looks like it's been dipped in gold. I just like the way the gold edges look. I like to do this on cards too. Just make a little goopy line of gold. Because it's kind of that golden time of year, right? Now up in Canada, I know Carol's gotten some snow because her son took a picture of their front walkway, and I told Scott how cool it looked with their pumpkins under like 2 or 3 inches of snow glowing from below it. That was a cool picture. I'm sure they're not appreciating the cold of it, but cold comes with the snow. All right. So I'm just going to tip this so that the edges aren't touching the lid, and I'll just leave it to dry. And I'm wondering, should we add a little gold here and there to our, that would break this up and we'd use that gold up. So I'm going to put some gold in my little book. And you can write over it. Spread it out thin so it dries quick. You can tell I didn't get my staples in the center. Well, that's not good. This cough is trying to take hold. It won't be much longer and we'll be running the vaporizer. Because down here we get so used to the humidity in the summer that when winter comes and the house is all dried out, it's worse than it was for me up in New York. I mean, up in New York, we had a wood stove, so the air was real dry, but it was a forced water wood stove situation where the water went around the stove and then it would go up through the pipes. So it never got as dry as we do in this house. Trying to pull my pages apart a little bit so they don't totally stick. And I'll leave my little book up like this to just kind of dry. And then I still have all this paint. And we'll just spread it out a little bit. And I've got a leaf punch. I'm thinking maybe I could punch some leaves out. Maybe we could take a piece of this and squish some of this gold on here. I was trying not to get it on my cutting mat. Maybe we'll put some on this red piece. And then I can punch some leaves out to use on our last page. So I'll save all of this goldy bits and I'll punch out my own leaves to kind of mix in with these other leaves that I just found. And look, I have golden fingers. Woo! So if you've missed the previous videos, I do have a playlist called Autumn Journal Playlist. Autumn Journal. And this is what it started with here. And we've done 3 pages in them. I can't really move anything, so I'll just pick it up and show you. And that was there. And our little trees, I went ahead and put them back in their pockets. And then this was last week's page, front and back. So we did a quote and then a pocket with another page with a pocket, and we used a napkin. And then this is just the back cover. And I'm going to print a page that says I made this and the dates that we did the pages and all, and just put it on there that it was part of our seasonal journals set. So the only season we have not done together is winter. And I was thinking we do that over December and January. That way, if we wanted to do one that was winter and maybe one something like Christmas, or just do some Christmas projects in between the winter journal pages, that might be a good plan. That way we don't get bored of one plan. Now I know Kathy has been going wild with her. She's done a lot for her autumn journal, and that's awesome. I think that's great that you guys go and you do your own thing on some of it. That's the whole idea. We're here to inspire one another, not say, oh, you can't work ahead, or no. I'm so laid back and none of that. Thank you, Janet. Yes, you need to be a member of Anne's group, and you have to answer the questions. And if we check your page and all we see is your picture, then we have a tendency of believing that is somebody that's hacked your account and not necessarily one that you would use yourself. So you might not get in because of that. If you have a situation where you really aren't on Facebook, but you have a Facebook account and that's all that's there, but would still like to join our group, just talk with either Ann or I and let us know it's really you. You send us a private message. That would be the best thing you could do to get in. I will say again, the group is a lot of fun, and Janet Nash pops in sometimes, and Mary Lou, Ann, Nettie, Deb Farrell, Jael is there, Jael Johnson, and Safia. Those are kind of the regulars. I've probably missed somebody. I probably have. Roy has popped in a couple times. And the young lady that did the coloring pages, I have not seen her pop in a long time. Her name is like at the back of my brain and I can't bring it forward. And Barbara's been there, Barbara Clark. All right. So that's it for our page today. Everything's got to dry. Ruth Lamb. Yes. Thank you, JL. I sent out a whole bunch of happy mails a couple weeks ago, and I know Lisa's got hers, and I know Ann got hers, and I haven't heard from Lizzie. And I can't remember. Oh, Kathy, did you get your hat? Kathy won a hat, and the hat went. And I just wanted to put a word out because I know some have arrived and some haven't. And when I send out mail, I like to know that it's got to you. So next week, we'll do the last page and hopefully we will bind it. Okay. I just wanted to let you know it is on its way to you. And if I remember right, I have a tracking number. I just got to locate it. So that is all for today. Thank you guys for being here. Shannon will be on in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you guys want to go hang out with Shannon, I usually jump in over at Shannon's on Wednesdays. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for the hearts.